Ukamo shehu b'chlalos ha'olam, and just like it is in general in the world, kach hu b'pratius, so too it is in particular, b'chol nefesh mi'Yisrael, in each soul in Israel, b'avodas havaya, in the service of Hashem, ki hine haneshama terem yiridas ha'olam hazeh, lislabish b'guf nefesh bahamis hachionis, because the soul, the neshama, before its descent into this world, being clothed in a body and an animalistic soul that enlivens, it was tied and united in its source and in its root and its emanator, with the flames of fire of love, in its nature, shall have as like a flame that goes up on its own. And it had a natural love and fear in a revealed state in a great way. Like it says in the Mamer about how I am black and beautiful, and explaining the daughters of Yerushalayim, that's the neshama, and it has the Yerushalayim. Shubechinas kesef is of that's the concept of silver and gold, the love and the fear. Kesef Lashon nichsof nichsafta, that kesef, the silver, is from the language of that you desired. Tainu bechinas ahava, that is to say love. V'kamoshe kasuf nichsof v'gam kalsa nafshi, like it says, you desired and your soul also expires. V'kamoshe kasuf b'rabus nasu al pasukairos kesef chulu, like it says in Medrash Rabbah on the gift of the Nisim that they brought bowls of silver. What does it mean, silver? Hinting to this love. Yosef Look what's brought about the concept of the half a shekel, and how Yosef gathered all the silver, and how Yakov sent to Esav, where he had 400 men, and about the idea of 400 worlds of desire, kisufin. So Yosef gathered all the kisuf as well. He gathered the kesef, Vizav mitzafon yasa, and the gold comes from the north, shubechinas small, which is the left side, ubechinas yira, that's the concept of fear. The kamoshikasav bizor chilek beis Parshas Truma daf kuf lamed hey amud aleph. Vizav, the Rosh Hashanah, the gold that refers to Rosh Hashanah, Yom HaDidina, the day of judgment. Rosh Hashanah, hu bechinas yira, and Rosh Hashanah is the concept of fear. Look what it says, how the king stretched forth to Esther his staff of gold. And so that the concept of Esther standing in front of the king is like on the day of Rosh Hashanah of judgment. Because it's a concept of miyechia and so forth. And that's why it says that to me is the silver and to me is the gold. That you have the concept of love and fear towards Hashem. That is to say that silver and gold in their source are love and fear. They're also a concept of the kindness and the strictness. Also the inner altar is the altar of gold. Specifically, like the concept of Yirei love, perhaps. Find B'Sefer Shalbinim Perek Nun. Val derech ze ne'emar ba'Avraham kaved me'od ba'mikneh ba'kesef u'vazahav. And similarly, it says by Avraham that Avraham was heavy with silver and gold. Like this love and fear. Ubi me'orei oros zayin simyon aleph zahav nikra bino malchus chulu. That in me'orei or it says that the gold, that's bina and malchus, like the two kinds of fear, the corresponding with their levels. Or at least bina din and misari mina, because usually yira ilah is chachma. Ubos chaf simni chavav kesef nikra chesed. It says further in Me'orior that the silver is called kindness, and its whiteness hints to this. Vaya'ir nesiv he'ir memashikaz b'zor suf Parshas Vayechid afresh nun binyan ein kesef nechshav l'me'uma b'yemei shlomo chulu, where it says in Zohar of how silver is not considered to anything in the days of Shlomo, because I guess there you had the concept of zav, of fear. And afterwards, when the neshama comes down to this world, to being clothed in a physical body, also the love and fear that it had are now hidden and covered in the physical heart. And it can no longer see with love and fear in its revealed state like it had in the beginning. So it's found that the love and fear are now lessened in their level, and that for this reason it's explained in another place that the souls of Israel say that the fount of the souls of Israel, the Knesset Yisrael, which is the source for all the neshamos that are in the bodies, Livnos Yerushalayim, to the daughters of Yerushalayim, Neshamos Shalamayla, to the daughters to the neshamos that are above, Shchora Ani, that I am dark, Mitzad Yirida, so Beguf, Nefesh Bahamis, because I've descended into a body and an animal soul, Va'afal Pichein V'nava Yoseh, but nonetheless I'm more beautiful than you. I did that through the descent, and like is known and explained. And if so, for what purpose did the neshama descend to this world? Since it's a great descent and it's lost this kesef and zav above, and it's a great loss from what it had before. But it's written that the Torah of your mouth is better for me than gold and silver. Look what's brought in Pirkei Avos about Shanu Chachamim B'Lashon Mishnah Rabbos Pekudei Kuf Samach Aleph Gimel. Berus Rabba Mem Zayin Gimel Zorachil Gimel Amud Pei Daled Shalom Perkei Beis Kuf Tzadik Beis Kuf Tzadik Ches Aleph Shin Nun Aleph Beis Shin Samech Ches Beis Betana de Beliau Perkei Gimel Perish Alfe. What does it mean? Alfe Zav Chesef. This with what are the thousands Lashon Limud, but it also means to learn. So the more than ma'alfe from learning zav v'chasef. That like to say that I will teach you wisdom. That is to say that I have a greatness in the Torah of your mouth in this world. That's more than the gold and silver. That the neshamas were studied in them in the first place. So ma'alfe zav chesef means that it was known, it was learned to the neshama above. So the Torah spicha is greater me'alfe, more than that limud of zav chesef, of its knowledge in the first place that it had, in that silver and gold of love and fear. I'll take you to banayich labonayich uluin sham. Look about the difference between the learners and the sons. That's also a concept of limudei havaya. We can explain that through their descent into this world, they become those who study Havaya, Shemikablim Giloi Shem Havaya, that they receive the revelation of the name Havaya, Mamash, truly, Torah, through Torah. So that's the Maila of coming down here, is that you get this Gilui of Shem Havaya, Shezul Maila Mebechinas Av Vira Nikra Alfi Zahav Chasef, that's higher than the love and fear. That's called the study of gold and silver, or the thousands of gold and silver. Like it says, I showed myself to Avram, Yitzchak, and Yakov, Shein Gimel Midos Haga'os, which are the three attributes of Chesed, Gvura, Tiferes, Shein Ava, V'yira, V'rachamim, which are the love and the fear and the mercy, Pnei Arich, Pnei Shur, Pnei Nesher, corresponding also with the three countenances on the chariot, and the Malachim. They had the face of the lion of the love, the Pnei Shur of the fear, Pnei Nesher of the Rachamim, Bekel Shakai, and in the name of Kel Shakai, that's the name that corresponds with the Haga'os of the Midos. Vishmi Havaya lo nodati lahem, but even the Midos above, the office of a Chesef above, you did not have the Shem Havaya, was not known to them. Shenonim shechel ayidei Hatorah mitzvos, that's only drawn through the Torah and mitzvos. V'zeu shenikra mitzvos Havaya, and that's why it's called the mitzvah of Hashem, the mitzvos of Hashem. And this is what it says, that they're more precious than gold and much paz of precious gold. And the Ramaz goes at length there, and the Zohar Chilek Gimel and Korach about this. That even the source and the root and the source of the Midos above, that are above Chachma, that are called Nikra Zahav Upaz, they're called gold and precious gold, meaning to say not just the gold, but the source of it, the source of the Midos in Keser, in Mechagash Bekeser. They're from the Chesed Gvura Tiferes of the crown of Ohr Hatorah, Nimshach Midas Atik Yomin, but Torah is even higher. It's rooted in Das of Atik, Shelamayla Mizahav Mipaz Chulu, that's even above the gold and the precious gold, the shorsh of the Midos. Vihine Das Husora Yichud. Now the concept of Das is the secret of the supernal union. Al derech v'ha'adam yada, like the concept of how Adam knew Chava, then was united. Shumizeh nimshach umleah ha'aretz de'eh savaya, that from this is the concept is drawn that the earth is full of the knowledge of Hashem. Vainu kanal sif gimel, like we said before. In this Mamer, that the added bonus, that's extra, that's drawn through the descent of the neshama, it's called a union, like a marital union, like it's brought in the Mamer, of how I'm black and beautiful. The ma afal pichein aidezeh shachrus vayirida nasis nava yosa, that through this descent, so to speak, that I am black, but I'm vinava, but I'm still more beautiful through this. Hainush aidezeh mach masayirida, that through this descent, as I davka nasis bechinas kala, through this specifically, she becomes the bride. Kalsa nafshi, you get this extra expression of the soul, mikabel satipa, and to receive the drop in bechinas chachma from the supernal wisdom. Shezeu inyan biyom chasunaso ze matan Torah, that's the concept of in the day of his wedding, that's the giving of the Torah. Mash enkin hanashamos kemushahayu lemaila, which is not the case of the souls as they are above. They don't get this yichud, the zivug. Even if they had a more revealed state of love and fear, they're called the daughters of Yerushalayim, Valamos, and virgins. They did not receive the drop of the masculine. They're like single ladies. even though if they have a more revealed love and fear. But to draw down the drop, that's like we said before, Binyan Gimel Gavnei Keshes, with the three colors of the rainbow, Shem Gimel B'nei Noach, that they're the three sons of Noach. Tipa Nimshach Mad Das V'Hadam Yada, and the drop is drawn down from the concept of Das, that's above the three colors. That's above the midos. But we said that Noach was the Yesod. V'gimel Gavnei Keshes Hem Haga'os Shebedas, and the three colors of the rainbow are the three are Haga'os of Das. So if Das is the Hamshachas Atipa, that's the concept of the union. So the three sons of Noach are part of that concept of Das. They're a concept higher than the Avos, even in this context, that they refer to this union that you're able to achieve from above, the concept of Adam Yada, the Das, and they're the Haga'os of the Das, Kemoshikos, Varamaz, Parshas, Pinchas, Tafresh, Tes, Vav. Ein Mashikos, Minyan, Mailas, Achach, Misha, Bekeser, Al, Hamidos, B'dibor, Maskil, Elam, Masid, Rusha, Shlishi, Look what's explained about the concept of a chachma of keser is greater than the midos. I guess the midos of keser in the Mamer Elam Maseh. And concerning the concept of the seal of the Holy One, blessed be He, is truth. Look over there. Look, we can explain this also by what it says in the Mamer about how Yisrael prefaced by Matan Torah, that the ultimate purpose of this descent, because you have two concepts of Das in Hashem, but from above to below and from below to above, if you want to reveal the higher Das, that's specifically through the descent below. How above specifically is the true yesh. In comparison, everything is not. Which is not the case with the neshamos. As they were above, they exist in a state of existence, something from nothing. So I guess they're not able to recognize the true concept of the yesh hamiti and how everything below is ein. Because they exist above in the concept of das tachton, as an existent state above. And that's the revelation of the seal of the Holy One, blessed be He, that's truth. That's specifically drawn down through Torah. I guess when you have the sunken seal specifically, you're able to recognize the imprint of it below, in the lowest part. And that's the concept of a dwelling in the lowest realm. In the lowest realm, specifically, the concept of a true dwelling place that specifically below is the dwelling place. A true dwelling place. Not to be covered anymore. Your teacher, specifically concept of Torah. And this is one idea together with what he brought before, that the Torah is rooted from the Ramaz, that the Torah is rooted in Das Avatik, Vayeshev Yakov Beretz Canaan, and this concept of the dwelling in the lowest realms. We can explain that this is connected with how Yakov dwelt in the land of Canaan. Ki Yakov Azibaka, because Yakov is the concept of then you'll break forth. V'gam Yakov Zayin Pamim Shem Havaya, and also Yakov is the concept of 7 times Shem Havaya, Zayin Tachtonos Atik Yamin, which are the 7 lower levels of Atik, or Yud Ekev Shemir Lamata Mamash, or the Yud that goes down to the heel, makes up the name Yakov, that shines below truly. So as Yibaka, he'll break forth this higher level, or this Shem Havaya, like we said, it's 7 times, even though we said it was higher than the Haga'os of Atik, but he's saying here it's Zayin Tachtonos Atik. Or maybe it was Haga'os of Keser, and Atik is higher than that. Or the Yud Akev, that the Chachma comes all the way down. V'zeu ele toldos Yakov Yosef, and that's the concept of that these are the offspring of Yakov, the Yosef, Yosef zeu inyan hatosefes v'riboy ha'or kehanal, that the offspring of Yakov, what is the Mila of Yakov is that he gets the Tosefes or the Yosef, this extra light, Kenod as is known through the Torah mitzvahs below, V'zeu ikar toldos Yakov, and that's the true offspring of Yaakov, the Yosef v'riboy or, to have this extra light, an added light. But first you have to have the dwelling place of your fathers, which is the love and the fear. So even though we said that this concept is higher than the Avos in general, the concept of Haga'os, but the truth is that Yakov also represents Torah, so Yakov represents this idea of Torah below as well. But first you have to have the Chesed and Gvura, the Av and Yira of his fathers, that to dwell, Vayeshev Yakov be'eretz migurei aviv, and only afterwards do you have Eila Toldos Yaakov Yosef, that second concept of drawing down Torah and Tosefes Riboy. Gam migurei aviv, also the concept of the dwelling place of his father, Isgalus Hatzchok v'Tainu, because his father is Yitzchak, so that's the dwelling of his father Yitzchak, which is also the concept of laughter and pleasure. Atik Yamin Hamir Bibina Nikreis Olam Haba, which is at the Giskalus Atik that shines in Bina, which is called the world to come. Misham Meir Lamata, and from there it shines down below. That's another concept, in addition to the Av and Yira is Giskalus Atik in Bina. And that's why it says, rejoice and be happy, the daughter, Bechinas Eretz Canaan, the concept of the land of Canaan, meaning to dwell in the land of Canaan. Again, a concept of coming down below, draws down not just Avira and not just the concept of Torah, but also the Simcha, the scholars of pleasure of Atik Yomin, Aroni V'Simchi. And that the Neshama, the Bas, rejoices below, because here I'm coming and dwelling amongst you, inside of you. Weinbach dama maharan marav nasen lepreitz chaim beinyan b'mailas b'chinazu. Look what's brought in the Akdama to Preitz Chaim about this greatness, about the greatness of this union and the concept of the marital union, spiritual, which is a concept of drawing down supernal lights in an extra measure. And look what's brought about the explanation on that the Netzach refers to Yerushalayim. And therefore, in order to draw down this masculine waters, that comes from the unknowable head, the Pnimius HaKeser, and the hidden wisdom, meaning to say what they're drawing from the higher levels of Keser through the Torah mitzvahs below. That's higher than the Haga'os of Keser that we had before. Again, the Mila of the Yerida of the Neshama down here. That's through, I think that's what it is, to the arousal from below of the feminine waters. That's through the desire of the heart, the essential love that's in the neshama that's revealed below, I guess. And that's why it says the 1 hour in Shuva in this world is greater than the world to come. And you can further understand this concept of that they're more precious than gold. Similar to the concept of that I showed myself to Avram and Yitzchak. But I did not let them know my name Havaya. Again, it's more precious than gold. Because the revelation of the name Havaya that wasn't to the Avos is only through Torah, like it says by Moshe Rabbeinu. But through love and fear, like the Avos, you draw down from the source of the life of the world, that what's Shekel Shakai, that he said to his world, enough, die. That's the drasha on the name Shakai. That through the silver and gold a person acquires things that they live by. Mazon v'levushu bayis, the three concepts of sustenance, garment in the house. That's through the Ava and Yira, you have the fundamentals, as opposed to the riches and the extra. Vihine chayus ha'olamos. Now through the concept of the life of the world, that comes from the external union of Chachma and Bina, of Abba and Ima. But in order to draw down the inner union of the mother and the father, that comes from the infinite may be blessed. Mamash truly, that's specifically through the neshama coming down into a body. Like it's brought in Torah Ohr, that it's specifically through the neshama coming down into a body and an animalistic soul. Kitzer, and so in short, so too, when the neshama comes down, it loses its love and fear that it had. That's like spending the money of the Kanani. Zav, the silver and gold, is being spent by coming down in order to add more. That is to say, that the Torah is more precious. In order so that we can be learners of Havaya, the Gilu Shem Havaya Mamashki, because I showed myself to the Avos only with Kel Shakai, but they did not know the name of Havaya. That it's more precious than gold, but how I am dark, because my neshama came down, v'nava, and beautiful, because through the descent of the neshama, it receives this concept of the supernal drop of chachma, and that's the seal of the Holy One. Blessed be He, that's truth, because above it doesn't have the revelation of the higher, of the Das Elyon. How above is the true existence. Also, this drawing down is from the inner union of Abba and Ima, a new light, not just the ständig, constant flow to keep creation going, which is not the case. The drawing down, the neshamus and the angels above. It's only from the external union of Abba and Ima. That's why, as they are above, the neshamus and malachim are called standing. And when they come into a body, the neshamus are called travelers. Like it says in the Mamer about how I've given you travelers. And also through this is drawn down. So that's also from the Chanukah Mamer. The Haftorah of Chanukah of Zechariah. And through this also you have the dwelling in the lowest realm, the Dira B'Tachtonim, specifically by the Neshama coming down, fulfills the purpose of creation. Vayeshev Yakov, that Canaan, and that's the concept of how Yakov dwelt in the land of Canaan. The Dira B'Tachtonim, the Haba Hatalia, that one is dependent upon the other, that you have to have the concept of Yakov of Torah in order to dwell down below. That in order to have the dwelling place below, it's through a revelation beyond the order of creation, as Yabaka, the concept of Yakov, Yudeikev, or the Zayin Tachtona Savatik that Yakov represents. But in order to draw down this Hamshacha through Torah, you have to first have the arousal of the feminine waters through the Re'usad Liba. That will be explained.